Lewicki Marcin, INFOMUSIC. Znajdujemy się właśnie na stanowisku firmy Egnater. Po mojej prawej Gustavo z tej firmy, który zaprezentuje nam i opowie troszkę o nowych produktach tej firmy. Najpierw piecyk, który widzimy po mojej prawej. Hello, Gustavo.
Hello, guys. We're here at the Messe Show 2013 at the Egnater booth. And no Bruce this year, but I'll be handling the responsibilities. But the cool thing this year is showing the new Detroit amplifier. One of the big changes that we're doing for this year with Egnater is we're starting the manufacturing of product in the USA. And Detroit is the first amp we're gonna build in the USA. US-made transformer. Well, we're gonna do two versions, a 40 watt and an 18 watt. We always do a combo or head version. But the great features about this amp is that it has everything that Bruce has done for many years. It's got the power scaling, it has a silent record out, has a boost, has a reverb, and not only that, it's got the ability of doing a vintage tone in addition to the real hard edge, more hard rock stuff like this. It's got those great rock, hard edge type sounds, but it's also got great clean sounds. So it's a 2-channel amp. In this case, it's a Detroit 40 watts. Clean channel has a 3-band EQ. Gain channel, obviously distortion, 3-band EQ, but one of the really cool stuff on the Detroit series is the torque knob. Detroit, cars, torque. Bruce is from Detroit, so we thought it was a very cool theme. And the torque knob pretty much is one knob that allows you to really go through a broad spectrum of sounds. If you go all the way to the right-hand side, it scoops your mids and it increases your highs and lows, so you get more of the metal type thing. Then, when it's in the middle, does nothing. But then once you start going counterclockwise, it gets, you will call it more vintagey, more. The torque knob does that. On the Detroit 40, we have a boost selection too. So we'll do a 40, 18 watt combo head, whichever package you'd like. But now, if you look in the back, that's where the Detroit gets really interesting. In the back, if we can do it.
Help you.
Yeah, thank you. That might work right there. Notice in the back, we're gonna go from right to left. You have an MP3 line input, so if you want to play with your Justin Bieber songs, you can just plug them in there and play along. But we have a silent record out, different from the other silent record outs that we've done. This one has a 5-position switch that allows you to do a 112, 212, open, closed, 412, several different cabinets emulations, all analog. No DSP, no digital gizmo in there. It's a true analog filter network. Has a headphone out, obviously. Foot switch. On the foot switch, on the 40, you can select the boost or channel change. And the rest of the stuff is pretty much the typical stuff we have on the amp. So this one has the ability of having an MP3 input, putting a headphone on, record out with silent record out from the power tubes. That's one of the cool things we have on all our silent record. We don't do it from the preamp section. We go through the preamp, power amp section, and you get the record out straight from the power amp, from the power tube. So it lets you get the essence of that power tube. Then, in the front, one more last very nice feature is the stage and home switch right here. The stage and home switch we've had many users that would say that the volume, if they were playing at their house, was always either too loud or too low because, you know, the knob, the volume pot was too sensitive. So Bruce, in his very smart, crazy ways, said, why don't I do a switch that changes the taper of the pot so that you can really pinpoint the exact volume of the pot. So in this case, we put it on home. You hear it's lower volume. But look at the pot, how much leeway it's got. So I can, at a very low volume. So it's the only amp in the market that has that. You're able to really play this as a really low volume without having to crack open the pot more or less. It works very well. Has reverb, and it's going to ship in September. And that is the Detroit.